Hey guys, and welcome back. Just recently, I was doing makeup on a client of mine, and she mentioned to me as I was about to contour her face that her niece that was in middle school or high school was getting up at 4 in the morning before school to do a cream contour. That to me was so shocking. I don't think anyone should ever have to wake up at the crack of dawn to do their makeup, especially a cream contour. And I know cream contouring is really trendy and you see it all over social media, you see beauty bloggers doing it, but I want you guys to know out there that you don't have to do a cream contour in order to achieve a structured looking face or add dimension or definition to your face. There are other ways you can achieve that look without having to do a cream contour that takes 30 plus minutes to blend out. But by all means, if you love a cream contour and you're quick at blending it out and you have the time to do it, then go for it. I love a cream contour. It's great for special occasions, special events, but I personally don't think that it is practical for every day. So I'm going to be showing you guys in this video other ways that you can achieve a contour or a defined looking bone structure without having to do a cream contour. I am, however, going to be going over an updated cream contour routine as well as doing a little review on the new Anastasia cream contour kit. She recently re-released the contour kit in light. It's reformulated, so the colors are different, the packaging is different. So I'm gonna do a little mini review and compare and contrast this palette to the old one. So in case you guys were on the fence about ordering the old one or already own the old one and not sure if you need to buy the new one, I'm gonna go over the pros and cons of both. And I know you guys are probably watching this video and just looking at my eye makeup and thinking, I thought this tutorial was going to be on the eyeshadow. I know it's really dramatic, so you guys are probably just staring at it. So I want to let you guys know that I did record a tutorial for this look. I wanted it to be a pop of color tutorial, but this entire eye is a pop of color. But I'll definitely be releasing that video soon, so definitely give this video a thumbs up if you want to see it and can't wait to see it. And I'll start editing away as quickly as possible. But for now, the topic is on contouring, so if you're interested and want to learn more about it, keep on watching. First off, I want to start by giving a mini review on the two different Anastasia cream contour kits, the old light formula and the new light formula. If you watched my original contouring video on how to achieve a natural looking contour, I used this product right here. And in the video I did say that the only thing I would say about this product is that the contouring shades were a little bit on the orangey warm side, and they make it difficult to work with if you're not used to contouring or if you're really trying to shade certain areas. This is more of a bronzing effect. The new palette, however, the formula of these guys is incredible. They are very cool toned, but still when you blend them out, they look like a natural skin tone, but they are taupey enough that you can really define the cheekbones and shade out certain areas of the face. So the new one is definitely worth purchasing if you haven't bought in one of the cream contour kits from Anastasia or if you were not satisfied with the old one. The packaging is also beautiful. It's now in a see-through case. So definitely pick this guy up if you haven't yet or if you were on the fence about doing so. And this product is what I used for the cream contour portion of this tutorial. So let's jump right into that. Before starting a cream contour, I always like to start with a really light base. I don't like to use a foundation that has a lot of coverage. I'm going to be using Makeup Forever's Ultra HD foundation. I think it's really light and seamless on the skin, so I'm just going to apply a really thin layer with my fingers before I go into contouring. Some key items I want to go over when doing a cream contour. If you guys haven't seen, again, my previous video on how to achieve a natural cream contour, the number one thing I recommend when working with a heavier cream product like the Anastasia cream contour kit is to always scoop some of the product out of the container and warm it up on the back of your hand. Doing that is going to allow the product to just glide onto the skin a lot more effortlessly, and it also gives a more dewy, natural finish versus a really dry finish. I like to scoop out and place both the light and the dark cream onto the back of my hand because I like to work with them simultaneously while doing a cream contour. I'll continuously go back and apply the contouring shades and the highlighting shades over and over again in order to achieve the look I want. So if certain areas are looking washed out, I'll apply more of the darker tone, and if certain areas are looking a little too tan, I'll go back in and apply the lighter tone and then blend it out. There are two tools that I wanted to mention to you guys that I recently started using and are so perfect for creating a very chiseled and defined bone structure. They are Smith brushes 122 and 124. The 122 brush is more rounded on the top, so this is perfect for highlighting. You can create the little triangle underneath your eyes. You can highlight on your forehead and then tilt it sideways to really highlight the nose, Cupid's bow, chin. And then the Smith 124 brush is also domed, but it comes out to an angle. Because of the angle that this brush has, it allows you to contour perfectly because it'll deposit the most amount of color closest to your hairline, and then as you drag it out towards the center of your face, it'll go a little lighter and a little thinner. The reason I love these tools is because, like I said, I like to continuously go back in and dip into the product that will be on the back of my hand to highlight and contour and lighten certain areas and darken certain areas. Another brush that I use a ton to blend out a contour is the MAC 130 brush. This is a short, dense duo fiber brush. I actually like to spray this brush with Fix Plus to give the contour a little more movement. This brush has never failed me when blending out a contour. It's just dense enough that you get a really good blend, but then because it is a duo fiber, it's really soft when blending it out. So it blends, but it doesn't move around the product. Sometimes you can blend too much and then start actually lifting the foundation, which then causes texture, which then makes the contour look cakey, and we don't want that. So this brush is really great for blending out. And then lastly, you guys know I can't go without my beauty blender. I use this to pick up any excess product because when you do a cream contour, you are adding a lot of product to your face. So this is great for absorbing any excess product, and it just helps further blend out and diffuse the contour. And lastly, I also use a damp beauty blender to set the highlighted areas with a powder and do more of the baking method where I let it sit for a bit and then I brush it off. And then here you have a finished cream contour. Now I'm going to show you the way I typically contour my face, and it is a method that is really quick and really easy, and it's something that you can do on a day-to-day basis because I do it every single day. Again, for this method, I'm going to start by applying the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation to my skin. I'm applying it with my fingers to make sure it goes on really seamless, as always, and then blending it out with a beauty blender. For the areas of my face that I'm going to be highlighting, I like to use my under eye concealer. In this case, I'm using the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I love this product because it's full coverage, yet so creamy and easy to blend out. So it's perfect for other areas of the face that you want to highlight, not just your under eye. So I'll apply it to my under eye area in an upside down triangle using my fingers, as well as the center of my forehead, bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. And then I'm going to blend out that highlight with a beauty blender and also set it with powder. I'm using the Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. I always like to use a translucent powder when setting my highlight because I don't want to add any more coverage or color to those areas. While I'm waiting for that concealer to set, I'll then contour the rest of my face. If you guys watch my channel, you've heard me say it before, I like to do what I now call bronzering, which means I'm bronzing and contouring at the same time. The product that you're going to need in order to do this technique that I now like to call bronzering is a cool toned bronzer. I absolutely love Laguna from NARS. I just think that it is the perfect tone for most skin tones. If you're darker, you're definitely going to want to bump it up to a darker shade. Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion is also awesome, and they have a great shade range, and they also have warm and cool toned bronzers, so definitely go for the more cool toned colors if you're going to use one of the Pro Bronze Fusion bronzers from Makeup Forever. And you also don't want the bronzer to have a lot of shimmer. That's why I like Laguna from NARS. It has a slight shimmer to it, but not one that is overbearing. You don't want to be too glowy because we're going to be contouring. So you want it to have a satin finish, but you don't want it to be too illuminating because something that is super shimmery will look weird when contouring the hollows of your cheeks or the temples, nose area. You want something that's going to be kind of in the middle. And then the brush that I love to use for bronzering is Smith Brush 112. I love this brush because it gives you a little more precision because of its shape. And I'm essentially doing the motions of contouring. So I'm applying it to the hollows of my cheeks, temples, sides of the nose, jawline, down the neck, but I'm also taking it a little bit further in bronzing. This cuts down on the amount of steps that you're going to have to do, and it's still going to give you that really defined bone structure look. Once you're done bronzering, you can leave it here, but if you choose to further define and chisel out your bone structure, grab a matte contouring powder. I like using the original contour kit from Anastasia, the powder form, and the contouring powders do come individually. You can buy them on the website, or MAC also sells individual contouring powders as well. And I'll apply them to areas that I want to chisel out even more using a really small precision blending brush. This is the Sigma E40 brush. You guys see me use this all the time to blend out my shadows, and I'll use this to apply the contouring powder and be more precise. And because we already have that bronzer on the skin, it's going to blend out that contouring powder really seamlessly. As you can see, contouring your face using this technique is really similar to that of a cream contour. Choose whatever technique suits you best, especially your lifestyle. If you have the time to do a cream contour and you enjoy doing it, then feel free to do it as much as you'd like. But if you have a hectic schedule and don't have the time to do a cream contour but still want a defined bone structure, then try the other technique. I promise you it is so simple. Before I go, I just wanted to remind you guys again that I did record this eye look for you guys, so make sure to give it a thumbs up if you guys want to see the tutorial for this, and don't forget to subscribe so I see you in the next one. Bye guys.